Hi everyone and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Rosana and today we're making some delicious and easy chilaquiles. This is a Mexican dish typically served for breakfast, but you can have it anytime during the day. I personally have had it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm ready. I hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
Awesome. Let's get started. Chilaquiles are rich in flavor but also in culture. This is a dish created by creative minds using what was available in the region. First, let's fry some corn tortillas. We're going to need 8 ounces, which yields to about 10 of them. Cut each one into 8 triangular pieces. Frying your own tortillas gives you a much better texture and they hold a lot longer when soaked in the sauce. Once done, place a large deep pot over medium heat and add in 1 inch of canola oil and let it get hot. To test if it's hot, you can add a tortilla and if it sizzles, it's ready. Add the tortillas and fry them until crispy and they turn into a golden brown color. To avoid overcrowding the pot, simply fry the tortillas in separate batches. Carefully move them around so they don't stick to each other. Once they are ready, remove from the pot. Place them in a deep dish lined with a kitchen towel so it can absorb some of the oil and continue with the next batch. When finished with all of the tortillas, turn off the stove and let's move on to the next step. We will need half of a medium white onion. Go ahead and quarter it. Take the other half and cut some thin slices, enough to garnish at the end. We also need 2 unpeeled garlic cloves. Next, cut 1 tomato in half. For the dried chiles, we need 3 guajillos and 2 chile pullas. If you want to reduce the heat, as always, you can devein them and remove the seeds. Otherwise, leave them as they are. I do find that when the chilaquiles are spicy, they taste even better, but that's just me, my preference. Spicy or not spicy, the end result is super delicious. Place a skillet or comal over low heat and toast the chiles. Make sure to turn on all of the sides to get an even toast. If you leave them for too long, they will burn and turn your sauce extremely bitter. To prevent that from happening, make sure to have the heat really low, turn continuously, and remove from the heat as soon as they become fragrant. Once the chiles are done, make sure to rinse them well to remove any debris or dust. To soften them, I have 1 cup of warm chicken broth here. Add the chiles in, and if you need to cut them to make them fit, you can do so. Let them sit in the broth. This will soften them. Set it to the side until the broth cools down and we are ready to blend. Now in a clean skillet, increase the heat to medium temperature and add the tomatoes, quartered onions, and unpeeled garlic. Let them roast on all the sides until soft, cooked through, and charred. It may take some time, especially for the onions, but it's very important they soften. The tomatoes look perfect and some of the juice is starting to release. Go ahead and remove them. The garlic also looks done. The peel left on the garlic will give them enough time to soften without turning them too dark or burning them. I typically roast my ingredients in a comal, but a lot of you have asked if you could use a skillet. Yes, you can. That's why I decided to use it today. This step right here will add depth of flavor, so don't be afraid to try it. All right, everything looks great. Remove them from the skillet and let them cool down. Time to make the delicious red vibrant sauce. First things first, peel the garlic. They smell amazing. Add them to the blender. Next, go ahead and add all of the ingredients we just roasted and charred. Additionally, pour in the chilies with the chicken broth we soaked them in. Blend everything well. This blender right here does an amazing job. It completely breaks down all of the ingredients, even the skin of the chilies, which can sometimes be really hard to puree. If you find you need more of the broth to help your blender puree everything well, you can add some more. Make sure to preserve the consistency where it's easy to strain but not runny and loose. Which reminds me, if you need to strain due to the chili skin or seeds left behind in the mix, go ahead and do so. In my case, I will need to strain. I will leave the link in the description area for this wonderful blender. Feel free to check it out. Place a large pot over medium-low heat and add about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Once the oil is hot, add in the sauce and saute for approximately 3 minutes. During this time, the sauce will cook. Then add 1 cup of chicken broth into the blender to get the last bit of the sauce and pour into the pan and mix well. Let it reduce for an additional 10 minutes. This step will also help deepen and develop more flavors. Also, we will need to add a small amount of epazote, about 4 leaves. You can find them both fresh and dried. I prefer to add the fresh ones, but dried will work just fine. Most Mexican stores have them available. I know epazote may be hard to find, and if you can't get a hold of it, you can omit it from this recipe. While this reduces, let's fry 2 eggs to accompany the beautiful chilaquiles. Remove the epazote leaves, they have served their purpose. After 10 minutes, I'm looking for the mixture to have reduced and thickened, leaving me with a sauce that will coat each tortilla beautifully. If yours still seems too watery, allow it to reduce for a bit longer. Season the sauce with salt to taste. Give it a last stir and add the fried tortillas. Turn and coat them completely in the sauce. Chilaquiles have this special texture that makes them unique. They are ready when they have started to soften, but still maintain a slight crunch which doesn't overpower. In fact, it is the perfect balance. As soon as you reach that texture, remove from the heat, you are ready to serve. Lay them right beside the eggs and add the toppings. The toppings are a must because they do add a special touch that will make you enjoy them that much more. Start by sprinkling crumbled queso fresco, which is a type of Mexican cheese. Dollops of sour cream, preferably Mexican style cream. And lastly, top them with the sliced onions. All that's left to do is enjoy this wonderful creation that started off as ingredients. Enjoy these recipes. They were passed down from generation to generation and haven't lost popularity for a good reason. They are treasures filled with history and culture. Just like I told you, easy and delicious. They are soft with a slight crunch, and the toppings add so much to this dish, so do not skip them. Well, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Remember that you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, because that's how you show me all of your support. Also, comment down below letting me know how this went for you and how much you loved it. Thank you so much, and until next time.